Hello, good afternoon, and you're all very welcome to Monroe for the Tipperary Ladies Football Group 2 Senior Championship Round 4 game, or Group 1, sorry, Round 4 game between Moyle Rovers and Mullinahone. It's effectively a county quarter final. The winner will go through to the county semi final. This will be Mullinahone's fourth game, and after this, if they win, Moyle Rovers would not be able to catch them. But if Moyle Rovers win, both teams will end up on 4 points, and it goes on head to head, which will put Moyle Rovers ahead of them. We're going to take a look at the teams. We're waiting from Moyle Rovers to get confirmation. There was talks of a couple of players doing late fitness tests in the warm-up, but we haven't got any word of any changes as of yet. If we do, we'll let you know. We'll go with what we have, and we'll start with Moyle Rovers. Rebecca Atchison Dennehy is in goal. Brona McGrath, Emma Cronin and Michelle Cronin are the full back line. Half back line is Ava Collins, Sarah Luttrell and Hazel Brennan. Centre of the field, Ellie Franklin and Laura Grace. Half forward line is Orla Burke, Ava Wall and Aideen McCormick. The full forward line is Gemma O'Dwyer, Kate Moore and Roisin McGrath. So that's the Moyle Rovers team. And we'll take a look at Mullinahone. There's a couple of late changes on the Mullinahone team and a couple of big changes at that. Alice Browning starts in goal. Michaela Keneally comes in place of Amy Maloney. Now, we don't expect her to play cornerback, obviously, but Grania Horn and Aoife O'Brien. Lauren Dowling, Molly Walsh and Annie Dunn are the half-back line. Nicole Shelley, Lucy White are the centre of the field. Chloe Gunn, Lorraine O'Shea and Ava O'Shea are the half-forward line. Ava Brett, Brenon McAleer and Denise Gaw comes in for Jasmine Crow. So 2 big changes there for Mullinahone. David Grogan is the man in the middle again. And joined in commentary for the game with Paul Stapleton. Paul, a huge game here today.
Yeah, it's an intriguing game involved. As you said, it's effectively a quarter final. Some intriguing battles there. You look at the middle of the field, you have Lauren Crowell, you can probably pick up Nicole Shelley, Ava Wall, you have Molly Walsh will be picking up her. But I think the winning and losing this game is the inside forward line. You have Grania Dwyer, who's on serious form at the moment, and then the other side of it, then you have Ava Brett, who's after contributing a lot of scores in the first 3 rounds of the championship.
Yeah, and look, as we said, we're waiting to see if there's a couple of late changes on the Moyle Rovers team. Just waiting to see.
Yeah, we're just waiting here at the moment for Moyle Rovers to come out onto the field. They don't seem to be out on the field yet. Mullinahone are in their huddle. There's a few last minute instructions going on there with the Mullinahone team. David Groves after whistling for Moyle Rovers to come out. But as we were saying, it's a mix of an intriguing game, and it's a great game to be looking forward to. Both teams, as we said, effectively it's a county quarter final. I see Mary O'Shea there and I see a few of them just talking to the Mullinahone. They're in their huddle. They have a few of the girls back that they didn't have in the first 1 or 2 rounds of the championship. Moyle Rovers are coming out onto the field there now just as we speak. As we say, if we get any of the late changes, we'll give them to you straight away. Tomas is talking to a member of the management there about changes.
And Paul, as Moyle Rovers come out onto the field, they've 2 late changes. Brona McGrath does not start and Darragh O'Brien comes in, and Gemma O'Dwyer does not start. But huge news out of Moyle Rovers, 20, Gillian O'Brien was actually start. We haven't seen much of Gillian over the course of the year, as she's a huge player to have back for Moyle Rovers. So, Moyle Rovers are just coming across the field there now at the moment. For the game, we're also going to have a minute silence for the victims of that horrific crash last weekend in Clonmel, and of course the victims of another crash in Cashel during the week. horrific week on the roads of Tipperary, and we send our condolences to everybody that's been affected by them.
David Grogan just can get both teams into position for making silence as Tomas said for that tragedy in Clonmel and casualties during the weekend. Our sympathies goes out to all the families that were involved. Moyle Rovers are just having a huddle there just for the last minute talk before we continue.
Yesterday, living on with that, and Paul just trying to see where players are going to set up now. Like, well, looks like Denise Gall is going straight to midfield, and Lucy White has gone into the forward line. Taking a look and seeing what's around.
Gillian O'Brien is.
Gillian
O'Brien's going straight to the corner, I think, Tomas, is she?
Yeah, and
we're still not sure how fit actually Gillian is. That could be a sign of.
Annie Dunn has gone back corner back as well, and Michaela Keneally has gone onto the wing from Mullinahone. Lorraine O'Shea has gone full forward, so there's changes all over the place as David Grogan gets ready to get this game underway. Straight away, Eddie McCormick breaks the ball to Ellie Franklin. Franklin driving it straight down into a forward line, but Aoife O'Brien got the hand onto it, gives it to Lauren Dowling. Dowling to Grania Horn, breaks the tackle. Horn coming forward, being chased back by Roisin McGrath. Mullinahone hold on to it. Nicole Shelley on towards Lauren Dowling. Bring on McAleer up over halfway, gives it to Denise Gall onto Lauren Dowling. And there's a heavy tackle there. Ellie Franklin with the tackle in. Lauren Dowling takes it short to Denise Gall. Gall gives it back to Dowling. Dowling into Brennan McAleer. There's a hand in there by Sarah Luttrell. McAleer holds onto it though. Denise Gall again. Little ball into Nicole Shelley. Gall was expecting a return, she didn't get it. Gives it on to Eva O'Shea. O'Shea puts the head down and goes. She's up to the 21, gets the shot in, puts it over the bar, and Mullinahone lead. And good patient play, Paul.
Great score by Mullinahone, but they seem to have done that in the first couple of rounds. Their patience in playing the ball around midfield. Denise Gall was involved there 2 or 3 times, ended up in a O'Shea score.
If that catches it, then he goes down the far side towards Hazel Brennan. Brennan gets the hand onto it. Moves forward, gives it down towards Eva Wall. Little pop pass inside towards Kate Moore, but it's one back. Grania Horn gets on with it quickly. Nicole Shelley. Aoife O'Brien under pressure from Roisin McGrath. Gets it off to Nicole Shelley, down towards McAleer again. McAleer has been on the ball a few times now, and She was probably away there. David Grogan pulled her back. And Moyle Rovers would probably be happier by that decision. Lorraine O'Shea's made a run inside and McAleer finds her. Facing Emma Cronin. O'Shea getting inside her. Oh, but it's turned over and Michelle Cronin gets the clearance. Goes long down towards Aideen McCormick. McCormick drills it low inside. Roisin McGrath. Oh, super ball inside. It just didn't go to hand for Kate Moore. Moore keeps it in play though. Finds Aideen McCormick outside on the 21, gets the shot in. And it's gone over the bar and the sides are level.
Great score by Moyle Rovers, and that all came from the two Cronins. Emma Cronin held up, and I see Michelle interrupted the play and away went.
Alice Brown will take the kick out.
It seems to be Mullinahone, especially these kick outs, it seems to be for the last couple of years they start in the middle and run everywhere.
And Browning is looking for options. Moyle Rovers are pushing up on the kick out. She goes long. Taken superbly in the middle of the field by Lucy White. White going forward, Nicole Shelley is off her shoulder. Shelley drills it low inside, but it's into no man's land and Emma Cronin picks it up. Cronin gets the clearance down to Ava Wall. Hazel Brennan, Aideen McCormick is ahead of her if she spots her, and that's exactly what she does. McCormick, Gillian O'Brien has made a super run, and O'Brien has it. This is the first we've seen of her. O'Brien take it on the defence, gives it inside. Orla Burke. Burke off to Roisin McGrath, off that favoured left foot. But that's going to go away to the right and wide. It's the first wide of the game.
Just to the right and wide, but that all came from Ava Wall coming out to the middle of the field, collecting that ball and giving a good ball to Hazel Brennan. Hazel up to Aideen McCormick, and Aideen led it in quick. Moyle Rovers seem to adapt the tactic that they're moving this ball fast.
Then a huge decision, Paul. Orla Burke, she's been one of the top cornerbacks in the country over the last couple of years, and she's up wearing number 10. She's up wing forward now. Huge decision by Liam Cronin and his management team.
It's a decision to make, but they must see something in training that we wouldn't know anything about.
Molly Walsh is fouled. She gets on with it quickly. Denise Gall.
Fast ball by Gall again.
Gall goes long in towards Lorraine O'Shea. Under pressure from Emma Cronin. Gets inside her. Oh, chance for Eva. Brett bearing down a goal. It flies over the bar.
Those chances need to be taken. Great ball in again by Denise Gall.
Yeah, and Rebecca Atchison-Dennehy was out to smother the opportunity, and Brett knocked it over the bar. It's 2 points to 1. Super start to the game by both teams. Huge prize at stake, of course. A place in the 2023 County Senior Semi-Final. Nicole Shelley in towards Lorraine O'Shea. Back to Shelley again. Shelley runs straight into Emma Cronin. The referee says play away. The referee was playing an advantage, and it's going to be a free in.
We've only a couple of minutes left in this game, but Moyle Rovers need to get on top of these kickouts. That's 2 kickouts in a row. Nearly one went out over the sideline, and Denise Gall got the other one. As you said in the first, Mullinahone are pushing up. Mullinahone are adapting that tactic as well as pushing up in the kickouts.
It looks like Eva O'Shea is going to take the free. She's about 35 or 6 yards out, slightly to the left of goal. She's caught hold of it and she's put it over the bar, and it's 3 points to 1, and Eva O'Shea has 2 points scored.
This is important as early in the game. Now this is important. She needs to find her girl.
Rebecca Atchison-Dennehy goes down the far side. God gets the hand onto it, and Mullinahone are almost away, but they still hold on to possession. Nicole Shelley back to Lauren Dowling. Goes down into the corner towards Lorraine O'Shea. O'Shea back to Dowling again. Oh, there was a hand in there, and it's turned over. And it's going to be a free out. Good defending, Paul.
It was great defending, alright, but again, as I say to you, Denise Gall is covering all across that middle, so they need to get on top of these kickouts. Possession is key.
Ellie Franklin is going to take a gut across to Michelle Cronin. Back to Ellie Franklin again. Franklin trying to get outside Eva Brett. Referee has the arm up to play advantage, and he's going to call it back because there was not McCroon. free wasn't taken from the right position, and David Grogan is going to call it back.
Mullinahone don't mind that now, they can set themselves for this free. Mullinahone are quite happy to work it out from the back now.
Hazel Brennan going down the line. Down towards Laura Grace. Back to Brennan again. Brennan taking on Eva O'Shea, goes round her. Eva Wall is ahead of her and she has it. Wall giving it inside to Laura Grace again. Grace, she was smothered by two Mullinahone players and the ball popped up into the arms of Grania Horn. And Mullinahone come away again. Lucy White wins the free. She's fouled by Eva Wall.
These are chances Mullinahone or Moyle Rovers need to be taken. Eva Wall is doing a little bit of complaining over there about the free, but
referee's not going to change his mind and to get on with it. Nicole Shelley. Oh, there's a player loose at this side of the field, and that player is Annie Dunn into Denise Gaw. Back to Dunn again. Chloe Gunn is loose at this side, but she goes instead towards Eva Brett. And referee says Michelle Cronin fouled her. And David Grogan is fairly insistent on the holding of an arm. Denise Gaw back to Eva O'Shea. O'Shea jinking inside, trying to get the shot away. Gives it out to Chloe Gunn. Gunn turns back, but the referee was playing an advantage. And as I said, Paul, the pulling of an arm, like, it is a foul. Like, I know it can be frustrating to watch, but in fairness to David Grogan, he is going to be consistent on things like that.
It is in the rules of the game. Pulling back a player is a free, but going back to it again, Moyle Rovers need to get a foothold on Denise Gaw because she seems to be controlling everything in that middle of that field. Somebody needs to be on her and stay on her.
Eva O'Shea, she's already kicked 2 points, one from play, one from free. She never got hold of that one at all, and that's gone away to the left and wide. It's the first wide for Mullinahone.
Another Moyle Rovers kicker now, which will be vitally important again. They've all went out to the right. She needs to be switching this up,
Rebecca,
which she has.
He goes short to Emma Cronin. There's it off.
Moyle Rovers are away now. If they want it, they're away.
Darragh O'Brien led that ball off. Orla Burke with a little flick. Aideen McCormick. Players roaring for it inside. Kate Moore. She has runners left and wide, but that ball just didn't go to hand, and Michaela Keneally nips in. She tried to buy a free. The referee wasn't giving it to her. Lucy White comes forward. Orla Burke gets the hand in. Breon McAleer. Back to Lauren Dowling. Nicole Shelley. Shelley goes over the far side trying to find Eva O'Shea. Been chased down by Hazel Brennan. Brennan gets the hand in, but the referee says Brennan fouled her.
That's twice Moyle Rovers have been up there and haven't capitalised on possession of the ball, put over a score. Kate Moore had it in her hand there, tried to give that final ball in. Maybe the better opportunity would have been to take a shot herself.
Breon McAleer trying to go down over, but the ball broke and it's picked up by Eva Wall. Aideen McCormick is loose in the centre, goes over her head, she wasn't able to take it. Michaela Keneally is tracking back, picks it up. Lauren Dowling. Lucy White is free in the middle of the field. Onto Denise Gaw. Lauren Dowling, and there's a player loose, and that's Chloe Gunn. Gunn puts the head down and goes. Trying to take on Michelle Cronin. Cronin trying to hold her up. Back to Lauren Dowling. Over to Lorraine O'Shea. O'Shea seeing what's on. Eva O'Shea was loose in the middle. Super block down there by Sarah Luttrell. And Mullinahone have it back. And Denise Gall is loose on the far side. Gall has a pop, but she drags it to the left and wide.
Well, Rovers done well there now. They defended that well, like. Michelle Cronin hovered the middle. Take a fair there to get past Michelle Cronin, but the block down, I can't remember who done it, but it was a great block down as well.
Yeah, it was just Sarah Luttrell that got the block in that time. As that kick goes short. Eva Collins coming up the line. She has Hazel Brennan ahead of her. And it's actually Orla Burke. Ball goes down towards Gillian O'Brien. O'Brien into Eva Wall. Wall bearing down a goal, gets the shot in. She puts it over the bar. And it's 3 points to 2. Ava Wall's first score.
Should be more and more of that from Moyle Rovers. Give it to Gillian O'Brien. She'll always find her player.
Alice Browning goes straight down the middle towards Denise Gall. And there was nobody there to contest it with her. Michaela Keneally down towards Breon McAleer. And once again there was a pull of the arm by Sarah Luttrell, and David Grogan would pull them all day long. Lorraine O'Shea taking on Emma Cronin. Cronin holding her up. Back towards McAleer. Nicole Shelley is loose. Onto Lorraine O'Shea. Oh, she left the ball behind her, and Emma Cronin is picked it up, but the referee stops play, I think, because of the injury. I didn't see a foul there, Paul.
I didn't see a foul myself there now, maybe.
I'm assuming it's because of the injury that he stopped play. Ball goes down into the corner towards Roisin McGrath. Bounced off her knees but managed to hold on to it.
Oh, what a great ball.
Down towards Kate Moore. Moore facing Grania Horn. Back to Gillian O'Brien. O'Brien trying to make an angle for herself. Finds a better option. And gets it back from Laura Grace. O'Brien. She's still going, and
she looks to pick up an injury, Gillian, there.
With somebody stand on her foot, I think it was. That's what it seemed to look like now. And the referees just stopped play, and while the play has stopped, and there's subs and backroom team, they're ready bringing in water. Warm day here. Ava Dolan is just warming up in case Gillian O'Brien can't continue. Huge player to be able to bring in the calibre of Ava Dolan, Paul.
Oh, it's a great calibre to get. Like she's a young girl, but she has the experience of being on numerous county teams, so she wouldn't help a team anyway, but she'll actually help a team at the moment. Mullinahone have one or two warming up there as well, so.
Yeah, and don't forget this evening as well, we'll be in Kappa White for round 3 of the Intermediate Championship. Kappa White against Moycarkey Burris. That, the same as here, is effectively a county quarter final, because the winner will progress to play Ardfinnan in the county intermediate semi-final. Of course, Boherlahan already in the county final, having defeated Ardfinnan last Monday night. So we're getting near the business end of the championship and of the season. And Gillian O'Brien seems to be in trouble.
She doesn't look too good at the moment now, but she's going to try and run it off, I think.
No, it looks like Ava Dolan is going to come on. She's not going to be able to continue. And O'Brien, like we said, that we hadn't seen much of her all year, and that's a huge blow now to Moyle Rovers, to play on her experience.
Well, effectively, when I seen her going into the corner, I was doubting whether she was fully fit to play, and I don't even think somebody stood in her foot. I think she just made that run and something just happened. We might be able to find out at half time and let our viewers know. Ava Dolan now has big boots to fill now to try and be the link girl inside there.
Eddie McCormick is going to take the free. McCormick got really 1 point scored. But that's gone wide, and that's a poor wide there. She was.
Well, Moyle Rovers need to be taking those chances.
Yeah, she was more or less just to the right of the goal, and them chances need to be taken.
Kick out again. Mullinahone haven't lost a kick out since the start, and I'm sure Denise Gall will be a target girl again.
Browning goes down the right, taken brilliantly by Nicole Shelley onto Denise Gall. Gall. High ball in on top of Lorraine O'Shea. O'Shea breaks it towards Breon McAleer. McAleer back to Lorraine O'Shea. O'Shea gets the shot in. It's gone wide.
Nice quick play up the field, but
17 minutes on the clock.
Moyle Rovers now have to win in their last 2 kickouts, so they need to continue that.
Eva Collins have gone short. Hazel Brennan going around Nicole Shelley. Referee calls advantage, but Brennan stays going forward. And Eva Wall was in front of her. She had to spot her, but instead she goes down towards Kate Moore. Moore onto A.D. McCormick. Eva Wall is still making that run if she's seen, but it's gone over the bar by A.D. McCormick. The sides are level. It's 3 points.
Well worked up along the side there.
The Moyle Rovers running and they're looking dangerous.
But that's the thing about Tomas, when Moyle Rovers move that ball fast into that full forward line, they look dangerous, as you said. Here we go, kick outs again. I think we all know what way this will be going again.
Molly Walsh has gone short, but uses a decoy and ball breaks, and it's turned over this time. Ellie Franklin, but Ellie Franklin was fouled. Franklin going down towards A.D. McCormick into Roisin McGrath. McGrath trying to turn onto the left foot. That's exactly what she does, and she puts it over. 2 in a row for Moyle Rovers.
That all came from a Mullinahone kick out. Moyle Rovers disrupted the play in the middle of the field, and Moyle Rovers attacked and got their score out of it. We'll see what way we go this time.
Alex Brown goes long, and Michaela Keneally onto Lauren Dowling. Chloe Gunn finds Brina McAleer. Back to Lauren Dowling, who'd continued her run. Dowling been chased down by Sarah Luttrell, but she managed to get it off to Eva O'Shea. Brina McAleer, Lauren Dowling. Dowling jigs inside. Eva Collins goes inside, but there's a hand in and it's picked up. And away comes Orla Burke down towards A.D. McCormick. Down towards Eva Dolan. First we've seen her since she's been introduced. Trying to get around Annie Dunn. Dolan still going. Oh, there's a runner inside, but she didn't spot her. She chose to go herself. And it's gone wide, and
maybe she might have panicked at that kick, but at least she's a target woman in there. She's able to take on her girl.
Roisin McGrath had made a great run inside, and she chose not to use her.
I suppose it's easy for us to say that here, Tomas, but when you're in the heat of battle out there, you mightn't see everything.
Be ready.
Moyle Rovers want to disrupt these kickouts. Listen to their management team here.
Kick goes short this time to Molly Walsh. Under pressure from Kate Moore. Walsh managed to chink away from her. Aoife O'Brien to Lauren Dowling. Lucy White is loose at this side. White lays it off to Nicole Shelley. Shelley moving in field, looking for options. Finds Denise Gone moving forward. Onto Lauren Dowling. God continued her run. Little punt in towards Chloe Gunn, but Emma Cronin is there and she's just going to shepherd it out over the line. And it's gone wide. The referee is actually going to stop the play for a water break. And we'll stop the clock along with it. We've almost 21 minutes gone. And both teams going to take on plenty of water. And
who would have ever thought the first week in September with all the rain we're after getting in the last 2 weeks that we'll be having a water break in the first week in September. But for anybody that's not here, the heat out there and those girls to be playing the football that they're playing, they're deserving of a water break, Tomas.
Yeah, and not only that, it's interesting to see that Moyle Rovers have players warming up constantly. Of course, there's unlimited subs in the round robin, and it could actually come down to who uses the bench more wisely, because there's nothing there between them. Like, it's 4 points to 3, but there's no quarter being asked or given there.
No, it is a good open game, and as you said, Moyle Rovers have the players out there. Now whether that's their decision, whether out there warming up. Mullinahone only went out there for maybe less than 30 seconds and they were told to get back underneath the shade of the dugouts.
It looks like Rachel O'Mara is going to join the fray. It looks like she's coming in. She's gone in with the Mullinahone team, and just seeing if she's actually going to be coming on. She seems to be coming on. Trying to see who's gone off. Just taking a look at them. Gemma O'Dwyer was warming up for Moyle Rovers as well. She doesn't seem to have been brought in. But just trying to figure out.
Can't see myself who's actually after.
So Rachel O'Mara is in. Miss Lorraine O'Shea has gone off. She picked up that injury early. And she had that knee heavily strapped as well, so she did pull up there at one stage in the first half. But look, Paul, as I said, with the way the weather is and it's unlimited subs, I wouldn't be surprised if we see her again before the day is over.
No, as you say, unlimited subs. While they're there, you use them, especially in this weather.
Hazel Brennan coming down the far side, being chased down by Eva Brett, and she wins the free. Eva Collins goes long. Denise Gall got the hand onto it. Gone, giving it into Lucy White. White lost her footing and she played it on the ground at the same time. And schoolboy error.
Well, Rovers management are shouting at him to who's this fast. David Grogan slows it down for him, but
Kick goes in towards Roisin McGrath. McGrath gets inside. McGrath still driving forward, gets the shot in, and she's put it over the bar.
Roisin McGrath. She was out in front, took on her girl and put it over.
Yeah, Paul,
we
spoke about Roisin McGrath before, and when she gets onto that left foot, she's very hard to stop. She's probably one of the best forwards in Tipperary at the moment, and like she's been dangerous all year. And Monroe are going to have to try and close her down.
What I like about her, she was out in front there and was willing to take on her girl when she got in front. Kick out again by Monroe. Now we'll see what way to go this time.
Browning goes straight down the middle. Oh, taken brilliantly by Nicole Shelley under pressure from Eva Dolan. Shelley,
she's looking for runners, Nicole.
Yeah,
she never got him.
She was looking for somebody to make a run and nobody met it, and now she goes short to Michaela Keneally. Ball didn't go 13 metres, and Eddie McCormick gets on with it quickly. Down to that girl again, Roisin McGrath. McGrath onto Eva Wall. Wall held up, gives it out, and the shot comes in. But that's gone wide. And I think Laura
by error by Mullinahone, they're going, not even going 13 metres. Paula Shelley has a little bit more experience than that now. Mullinahone management are telling to move up the energy a small bit in this game.
Browning goes short this time to Molly Walsh. She's under pressure from Roisin McGrath, trying to turn it over, but she managed to hold on to it. Aoife O'Brien out to Lauren Dowling. Dowling drives forward. Going down, and it's won by Michelle Cronin, and Cronin wins the free. Eddie McCormack, a little pop pass down into the corner towards Roisin McGrath again. McGrath, oh, super ball. Oh, there's a chance for Laura Grace. Grace gets the shot in. Grace puts it over the bar.
Back to that girl again, Roisin McGrath. She seems to be dictating everything inside in that square.
That's 5 points in a row as well for Moyle Rovers. As we said earlier on, Gemma at the wire is getting ready to come in for Moyle Rovers.
Tipp, you ready? Be ready.
Browning goes straight down the middle again. Eva Dolan tried to get up. Lauren Dolan picked it though. She ended up on the ground, managed to get it away to Nicole Shelley. Shelley comes forward over halfway. She has a player in front of her. That player is Annie Dunn. Dunn giving it inside towards Chloe Gunn, trying to take on Michelle Cronin. Cronin forces her back. Rachel O'Mara. O'Mara back to Nicole Shelley. Onto Lauren Dowling. Dowling trying to go forward. And it's out with Ava Brett. Brett gets the shot in. And Brett puts that over the bar.
And good response by Mullinahone.
That's her first, or that's their first score in a while now. And Gemma with the wire is coming on the field in place of Orna Burke.
As you said, I think you're going to see a lot of that during the day. They're going to be rotated all the time. But Mullinahone need that score. Moyle Rovers will just have to get in a foothold since the water break. But
Van Duffy was getting ready as well for them, one of their under 16 players, as Denise Gall trying to launch an attack. Ava Brett giving it down to Michaela Keneally. Down towards McAleer, but Emma Cronin got in there ahead of her. Cronin finds Gemma at the wire. At the wire. Is it on? Kick goes down and it's Roisin McGrath again. McGrath onto Eddie McCormick. McCormick turns inside. She needs a runner. And Roisin McGrath continued to run. Nobody would pick her up. McGrath getting bottled up. And eventually Molly Walsh got the hand in, but it falls inside. Oh, there was a goal chance there, but Alice Browning smothered it. And Mullinahone weren't alive to that breaking ball after Molly Walsh's great block. And they got away with it and they lived to tell the tale. Denise Gall to Lauren Dowling. Chloe Gunn is rolling for it this side of the field. She doesn't get it. Lucy White to Nicole Shelley. Shelley onto Molly Walsh. Walsh finds Ava O'Shea. O'Shea in towards Rachel O'Mara. O'Mara ended up on the ground. Managed to hold on to it. Bring on McAleer. McAleer has a pop. And McAleer puts it over the bar. That's a good score.
That's a good score.
And we're back to the minimum again. Bring on McAleer's first score today. Mia Cahalane is on the field as well, Paul, for as Yvonne Duffy comes on. Ava Wall is coming off, but Mia Cahalane is on as well. So
Ava Wall seems to be coming off with an injury. She seems to be holding her back there now. That could be a concern as well because she wasn't playing too bad up there, and that she was a target girl as well. It's not a day to be getting back injuries or muscle injuries, but we'll see what she's.
that kick out is retrieved. It went straight over the line, but Denise Gall gives it straight back to Ava Collins. Collins down towards Eddie McCormick. Molly Walsh trying to hold her up. McCormick
She has runners.
down towards Yvonne Duffy. Duffy battling with Aoife O'Brien, and I said the referee's going to throw this ball in.
Yvonne Duffy now needs to get to the pace of this game very quick because it's been played at a serious pace at the moment.
No place for the faint-hearted when there's a county semi-final at play.
No. Looking down the line here, Tomas, Ava Wall seems to be getting a little bit of treatment on the bench there now, so she'll be a girl that they'll be hoping to see back on again in the second half.
Ball is thrown in and Denise Gall at her leisure just takes that. Molly Walsh to Lauren Dowling, Grania Horn. Mullinahone trying to build from the back. Aoife O'Brien finds Lauren Dowling. Dolan tries to break the tackle, and the referee is going to talk to Eva Dolan. He's just going to tick her name.
Eva needs to be careful now.
Free goes back to Aoife O'Brien. Mullinahone happy to be patient, moving this ball out. Molly Walsh. Walsh trying to get round Roisin McGrath. Nicole Shelley is with her. Shelley moving forward. Referees the arm up, but Nicole Shelley still coming.
Back for the free, I think. Back for the free.
Yeah, the referee had his arm up. And brought back for the free.
Well, Rovers need to up rate now. Up it.
Lauren Dowling.
She made sure to be back 13 metres this time.
Dowling goes round Laura Grace. Oh, super ball down towards Chloe Gunn. Gunn gets it into the hand.
She's taking her on.
And she's still going. Gives it inside. Bring on McAleer, and just bounced off Emma Cronin, and Rebecca Ashes and Dennehy picked it up. And Moyle Rovers lift the siege. Ball over the head of Mia Cahalan. Nicole Shelley goes down into the corner. Taken brilliantly by Chloe Gunn. Gunn gives it inside. Rachel O'Mara. O'Mara back to Lauren Dowling. And Dowling is fouled by Mia Cahalan.
David Gogan might have a decision here.
He
Only a tick.
kicks the name. And in fairness to her, I think Lauren Dowling was trying to skip past the tackle, but she probably just, as that ball, she never got hold of it, but it's gone wide. But as I was saying, Paul, she kind of ducked in under the tackle, so there was no malice from Mia Cahalan, in fairness to her, but it was a free. There was no point in arguing over it. As the kick out goes to far side, Denise Gall got her hand to it. And Eva Brett into Eva O'Shea. O'Shea with the outside of the boot, but it's another wide.
Probably a rush. You wouldn't expect that from Eva O'Shea, but she probably rushed that kick.
6 wides now for Mullinahone to Moyle Rovers 4.
Mullinahone with the kickouts need to get a foothold on it again now. That's 2 in a row. She has runners all over.
Goes to far side towards Hazel Brennan. Brennan gets there in front of Denise Gall. Goes back to Sarah Luttrell. Or it's Ellie Franklin that's coming forward. Franklin drills it down. Oh, super ball. Ivan Duffy just lost her foot, but she managed to hold on to it. There's it off. Oh, there's players inside. Roisin McGrath, there's a chance. She puts it over the bar. She takes the safety option. And there was a goal chance on there.
But the goal was on there.
Roisin McGrath has 3 points scored from play.
Press hard!
And it's half time here in Monroe in this Tipperary Ladies Football Group 1 Senior Championship game, and it's Moyle Rovers leading 7 points to 5. And Paul, it's been a really entertaining game of football. Both sides getting their moments of dominance. Mullinahone went 3-1 up and they looked to be in control, but Moyle Rovers responded with 5 unanswered points. Mullinahone did come back into it and close the gap, but that point there just before half time, and still ought to play for here.
Oh, it's an intriguing. It's going to be an intriguing second half. As you said, Mullinahone had the dominance in the first 5 or 10 minutes. Denise Gall was dictating everything, but they got on top of Denise Gall then for the next 10. But in there for the last 5 or 6 minutes, Denise Gall seemed to be dictating it again with Nicole Shelley. But the winning and the losing of this game at the moment is the full forward lines, as we were talking about before. And Roisin McGrath's inside there. You have Gillian O'Brien and you have Eva Wall gone now with that Moyle Rovers team, but Roisin McGrath is dictating everything that you have inside there. Denise Gall is dictating from the middle of the field, so it's making for a great second half of football.
Yeah, Paul says there, we've a huge second half to come, because the winner of this game advances to the county semi-final. The loser will go to the Senior B competition, but obviously everybody wants to be in the A, so there's a huge prize at stake here. We're going to take a break, and if you join us back here in a couple of minutes, and we'll have all the action of the second half. Welcome back here to Monroe for the start of the second half. There's one change on the Moyle Rovers team. Kate Moore is back in the field and Laura Grace has gone off. The second half gets underway. Nicole Shelley wins it straight away and she's fouled. Shelley looking for a runner. Goes down towards bringing on McAleer, but it's taken by Michelle Cronin. Here's Brennan. Brennan going down towards Ava Dolan. Dolan taking on Annie Dunn. Gets inside her. Giving it in towards Gemma at the wire. But Nicole Shelley was, and Nicole Shelley is fouled. And Shelley done well to track the run that time of Gemma at the wire.
Just after being told there, Mullinahone have no changes from the 15 that finished the first half.
Mullinahone win it back, goes down towards Kate Moore, but Molly Walsh is there to knock it away. Lauren Dowling, but it's intercepted by Van Duffy. Hazel Brennan. Brennan trying to get inside. Ava Dolan. Back to Brennan again. Kate Moore is inside, but Brennan is still going and she ends up on the ground. It's going to be a free in. And
Hazel Brennan seems to be a girl that will run all day for you there.
yeah,
She went from the other side of the field back over, got the ball and won her free.
probably one of the top up and coming footballers in the county, if not the country. Hazel Brennan, and definitely a star in the making as Aideen McCormick tries to extend the lead to 3. She missed one in the first half in front of the goals, but she makes no mistake this time, and Moyle Rovers lead by 3, and that's Moyle Rovers' first score from a place ball.
As we said, it was a well won free by Hazel Brennan and Aideen McCormick, no mistake.
Ellie Franklin ended up on the ground there. There was a bit of handbags by herself and Denise Gall. The referee told him to get up and play away. Nicole Shelley tried to get it. The ball broke, but Shelley has it back again. Denise Gall is ahead of her. Gall driving forward. She's options left and right. Gives it to the on-rushing Chloe Gunn. Gunn has to turn back. She's facing Michelle Cronin.
Hard to get past Michelle Cronin.
Gives it Rachel O'Mara, back to Chloe Gunn again. Gunn needs options. She finds Ava O'Shea. O'Shea back to Rachel O'Mara. And O'Mara in towards Brianna McAleer. Ah, super take from Emma Cronin. Cronin, the hero of the Tipperary relegation battle against Waterford a few weeks back, but she got that winning score. And Moyle Rovers look to counter attack again. Sarah Luttrell. Oh, but it's straight down the throat of Michaela Keneally. Keneally onto Denise Gall. Nicole Shelley towards Michaela Keneally. Keneally had to turn back because the ball went behind her. Chloe Gunn goes down into the corner. Brianna McAleer. And McAleer, and she just stops up there. Whether she picked up an injury or maybe
There in the first 5 minutes, you can see that Moyle Rovers after coming out with the intent of putting that blanket defence in front of them. At that time, they were on the attack. The two Cronins were just in front of them and wouldn't let them pass. Eventually, Moyle Rovers got possession of the ball and cleared it out, and just Mullinahone just got the ball again and got it back in. Denise Gall seems to be doing a bit of stretching there at the moment as well.
I was watching that. She's just more or less limbering up there and keeping fresh there now.
Don't know what David Grogan's going to do here because Mullinahone had possession of that ball, so maybe he'll throw it up. Or maybe since they had possession of the ball, he might leave it to him. I'm not sure what he'll do.
Somebody be inside, it's an indirect. Somebody be inside.
It's an indirect freeze.
Ava O'Shea is going to take it. And Nicole Shelley comes straight through the middle, back to O'Shea. Referee has the arm up, O'Shea gets the kick in, but that's going nowhere, and Going to call it back for the free, and a chance again for Ava O'Shea to close the gap.
Good running by Mullinahone from the middle of the field. That's what they want. There's an outlet coming from the middle of the field. This will bring it back to a 2-point game. Every point is important on a day like today with the heat and the running that's going to be done off the ball. 3-point lead is a good lead to have. This will bring it back to 2.
Lorraine O'Shea will take it, or Ava O'Shea, sorry, will take it. She kicked 2 points in the first half, and she's kicked her 3rd point, and it's a 2-point game again.
Mullinahone now will be looking to get possession of these kickouts. Gone up high into the air again, over to the far side.
Towards Ava Collins. Rachel O'Mara got the hand onto it. It's going to be a line ball to Moyle Rovers. Almost 6 minutes into the second half. Oh, the ball goes straight to Brian McAleer. McAleer gives it inside, but Sarah Luttrell was there to pick it up. And a huge sigh of relief there from the Moyle Rovers defence. But Denise Gall wins it back. Gall gives it in towards Ava Brett. Gall is in battling for it again. Goes back to Michaela Keneally. Keneally, and she's fouled there by Sarah Luttrell.
They will go and taking Sarah Luttrell's name again. That could have been bad news from Mullinahone from a bad free there that time. Only for super defending.
Be ready, Rovers.
Is it too far out to go for a point? We'll see.
O'Shea's having a pop, and she's really got hold of it. And
what a
it's
great
put her
save
over
by
the
O'Shea.
bar.
Now we have a game on our hands now, Tomas.
Sister might be on the sideline, but Ava O'Shea is really stepping up to the mark now. She's scored 4 points. Rebecca Dennehy goes to far side, but the ball breaks, and Nicole Shelley is going to get onto it. Shelley down towards Chloe Gunn. Gunn gives it to Rachel O'Mara. O'Mara puts it across the edge of the square. Oh, the ball lands in the hand of Ava Brett. Back to Ava O'Shea, and O'Shea puts it over the bar, and the sides are level. 3 in a row for Ava O'Shea.
Mullinahone are after coming out with the intent of attacking that Moyle Rovers full back line. But those last 2 scores are after coming from 2 kickouts. They really need to get a hold of these kickouts. Mullinahone are going girl on girl. Down the middle is not working, down to the left is not working. They need to change it up a bit. Was short this time.
Michelle Cronin going out towards Roisin McGrath. McGrath trying to keep it in place. She was pushed out over the line. That's going to be a free. McGrath gets on with it quickly.
There's not a place to have Roisin McGrath up there. She needs to be up in that full forward line.
Eva Dolan trying to put a bit of injection into the Moyle Rovers attack. Hazel Brennan puts the head down, and Brennan is fouled, and it will relieve a bit of pressure. Kick goes into the middle. Eddie McCormick going forward. Referee had the arm up, but Ellie Franklin trying to get the shot in, and it's gone. We're waiting for a signal from the umpire. It's gone over the bar, and Ellie Franklin gets her first score, and Moyle Rovers are back in front.
Took a while for that signal to come, but Moyle Rovers needed that because Mullinahone had all the momentum there in the first 5 or 6 minutes.
As we're 1 point game again, it's really tick for tat here, and Browning goes down the middle. Michaela Keneally couldn't take it. Ava Dolan picks it up. Dolan is fouled. She had runners on the right hand side, but she took her time, and eventually she goes straight down the middle, but Molly Walsh is there to pick it up, and Walsh is fouled. Probably a wrong option there by Ava Dolan, because Aileen McCormick was loose on this side of the field. Grania Horn to Molly Walsh. Walsh back to Horn again.
Mullinahone are happy to work it through the hands out of the fence.
Lauren Dowling.
A lot of space over here on the left hand side.
Lucy White is free, and Lucy White has it. White, look at the turn inside, finds Michaela Keneally. Back to Lucy White again. Eva O'Shea. Nicole Shelley. Oh, she's turned it over. Michelle Cronin. Ellie Franklin. Roisin McGrath. With that wonderful left foot, puts it down towards Eva Dolan. Dolan trying to get inside Annie Dunn, and she's managed to do so. She's bearing down. Lauren Dolan coming to meet her, but Dolan off her left. It's a super score by Eva Dolan. And it's a 2-point game again.
And that all came from a Mullinahone mistake from Nicole Shelley. They had possession of the ball. 2 girls went for it. And
she's just stopping play. Orla Burke was coming back on the field. And Yvonne Duffy is coming back off. But like as we said, all these substitutions are crucial. And Moyle Rovers are just keeping fresh legs coming the whole time.
the Mullinahone seem to be using their bench a little bit more effective now than Mullinahone. Long ball again, Mullinahone have it.
Picked up by Dara O'Brien. O'Brien to Gemma O'Dwyer. Ellie Franklin. She puts the head down and goes. Gives it inside. Oh, Gemma O'Dwyer was being fouled and it's going to be a free in. And
once Gemma got possession of the ball, there was only one thing they could do was foul her.
there's a chance now to go 3 ahead after Mullinahone getting 3 in a row, and Moyle Rovers now have a chance to get 3 in a row. Aidan McCormick, and she's put that inside the post, and
it's a big score now. That's a big score in the grand scheme of things of the game. Like Mullinahone know what they have to do now. Mullinahone got 3 in a row, Moyle Rovers got 3 in a row.
It's swinging in roundabouts this game, and it's going to come down to a mistake here or there could win this game. Almost 12 minutes into the second half. Alice Brown looking for runners. She goes long down the far side. Denise Gall had run into space. Chloe Gunn picks it up under pressure from Michelle Cronin. Nicole Shelley. Michaela Keneally is loose in the middle and Keneally has it. Breaks the first tackle but not the second one. Michelle Cronin just taking one for the team there. And Jasmine Crow looks like she's getting ready to come in for Mullinahone.
High ball in.
Eva O'Shea down towards Breon McAleer. Emma Cronin gets there. Cronin turns back to Mia Cahalan. Gemma O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer seems to be all over the field. O'Dwyer again into Dara O'Brien. O'Brien going long towards Eva Dolan. Dolan picks it up, taking on Annie Dunn. Dolan still going through. Gets the shot in, but it's gone to the right and wide. There's a substitution being made. Jasmine Crow is coming on the field for Mullinahone. And it's Annie Dunn that's coming off. Alice Brown goes short. Grania Horn. Horn sells the dummy and manages to get away. Michaela Keneally onto Nicole Shelley and Hazel Brennan dragged her down. To get on with it quickly. Rachel O'Mara. O'Mara driving at Emma Cronin, gets round her. She's still going. Off the left. It's across the face of goal and Chloe Gunn just couldn't get onto it. And Rebecca Ashton-Dennehy just shepherds it out. The ball is still in play.
Rachel O'Mara done well there to get around Cronin. Not too many girls can do that.
Hazel Brennan. Brennan going down towards Kate Moore. Moore gives it into Ellie Franklin. Ellie Franklin gets it back to Kate Moore. Kate Moore is fouled. And there's a chance now to put 4 in it, Paul, and 4 points in this heat. It's going to be a huge difference.
This is going to be an important for you to go 4 points up. You're effectively going 2 scores ahead of your opposition. And as you say, in this heat now, girls seems to be getting very openly. The heat might be getting to a lot of these girls at the moment. It's going to be a very open game. Moyle Rovers seem to have a sweeper back here as well, which...
Of course, if this game was a draw, Moyle Rovers still have Templemore to play, and if they won that, it would go to points over the bar. And that's gone wide, and that's a huge let-off for Mullinahone. But like, as I said, if it was to be a draw, Paul, and then it goes to points over the bar, assuming Moyle Rovers were to beat Templemore, and the abacuses and calculators and everything will be coming out, you see with the junior A what way that championship is going and how open it is.
Yeah, the championship this year has been absolutely fantastic in all grades of football. All due respect has to go to Tipperary ladies football, the way things have been organised. As you say, abacuses will be out if this ends up. We're a long way away from that yet, but
Brett goes over the far side towards Chloe Gunn, and it's intercepted, and Roshi McGrath, but Lauren Dowling got the hand in, and Mullinahone are away. Bring on McAleer, give it in inside to Rachel O'Mara, and Eva O'Shea couldn't take it, and Sarah Luttrell is going to come away with it. Luttrell gives it to Dara O'Brien into Kate Moore trying to get around to Denise Gall turns her over and gives it out to Aoife O'Brien. Referee has the arm up, but I'd say Mullinahone won't need it. Denise Gall just taking her time, assessing the options, and Nicole Shelley has room on the far side of the field. Moves in field, Hazel Brennan is there trying to track her a run. Aoife O'Brien onto Lucy White. Back to Aoife O'Brien again. Nicole Shelley. And Nicole Shelley is fouled by Ellie Franklin. Mullinahone get on with it. Michaela Keneally. Eva O'Shea is roaring for it, and O'Shea takes it brilliantly. Back to Keneally. And she ran straight into the defender. Mia Cahalan just held her ground. And Laura Grace is coming back onto the field for Moyle Rovers, and he's going to stop for a water break.
just there looking at that last free that was given, we seem to have seen a lot of this year, that girls that are jumping into their players. We've seen it at Junior A, we've seen it in intermediate the other night. The free will always be given against the girl with possession of the ball that jumps into that girl. So you're better off literally just trying to keep possession of the ball, standing your ground. But when you jump in like that, it's always going to be a free out. Mullinahone had possession of that ball, they were in a good scoring position, and next thing it's a free out.
We've a little over 12 minutes to play in this game of normal time, and
there's a few discussions after being had on both sides at the moment. I see Mary O'Shea up there talking to, I think it was, she's talking to her daughter, I think, at the moment. Just for the viewers again at home tomorrow, it's very hard to reflect the heat that's in Moyle Rovers here today for those girls we played, and for the entertainment that they're given, it's fantastic to watch it.
Yeah, huge advertisement for Tipperary ladies football this game, and total commitment out of both teams.
And as you said earlier on, we'll have the same entertainment again later on in the county intermediate, effectively a county semi-final to set to us.
County quarter final. And McCarthy and Kappa White above in Kappa White at 6:30.
See Liam Coleman and Ed Burke still talking to Moyle Rovers down there at the Mullinahone are out onto the field. ready to go again. As Tomas said, we have 12 minutes of play left, which will be an important 12 minutes for both clubs in this year's county championship. David Grogan's after blowing the whistle to say let's go.
Moyle Rovers are coming back out onto the field. Probably about 15 minutes in total to play, including injury time.
To get stopped at Moyle Rovers with possession with a free, I think.
Game is back underway. We're into 12 minutes of normal time. Darragh O'Brien onto Emma Cronin. Cronin coming forward under pressure from Ava O'Shea. Manages to get it down towards Ava Collins, ended up on the ground. And Jasmine Crowe comes away, but Crowe was fouled. Clear down, I think, is it Ava Collins? Sarah Collins just receiving treatment there. 11 minutes of normal time. You're probably talking maybe 3 or 4 more minutes after that, so could be 15 minutes left in this shot, Paul.
Yeah, could be 15 minutes left, and 15 minutes again, as we were saying. Only a couple of points in this game. It's in the melting pot at the moment. These breaks now are probably not doing either side any good after coming off a water break. They probably want to keep going and play their football. They're in their positions, just walking around trying to keep themselves some way mobile.
Ava Collins is back on her feet, which is a good thing. Should be able to continue. Molly Walsh goes short towards Nicole Shelley. And it's a free out. Hazel Brennan just put her body in front of it and drew the tackle and drew the free. Ellie Franklin goes back to Darragh O'Brien. O'Brien has gone quietly about her business today and been effective in that corner back position. Eddie McCormick still going forward. Pop pass inside it. Dolan couldn't take it. And Molly Walsh comes away. Walsh getting bottled up. The referee says she took too many steps, or did she throw the ball? I'm not sure from our vantage point what it was. But either way, it's a free in. And Aileen McCormick
It's an interesting one to blow there now. She seems to be getting a little bit of treatment on the way out there, but
Aileen McCormick is going to come out and take it, but Roisin McGrath, I'm not sure if Roisin McGrath is a free taker, but it's well suited for her left foot. She 3 points scored in the first half, hasn't scored in the
Aileen's last
second
two
half.
from this side have come straight over the black spot, but not this time.
Gone wide.
While Rovers now could rule some of these chances if they don't start putting them over. Mullinahone will look to get possession of this now and attack again.
7 wides for Moyle Rovers to Mullinahone. 5.
All about possession now.
Alice Brown goes long. Hazel Brennan tried to get it, but it's picked up by Jasmine Crowe. Crowe off to Lucy White. White comes forward. It's off to Eva O'Shea. O'Shea couldn't pick it, and Emma Cronin comes away with it, gives it to Mia Cahalan. Cahalan going into traffic, but manages to get it away. Sarah lateral to Darragh O'Brien. And O'Brien drilling it down, but Lauren Dowling is there to pick it up for Mullinahone. Dowling back to Michaela Keneally. Nicole Shelley. Aoife O'Brien drills it along the ground. Sarah Luttrell got there ahead of McAleer, and Luttrell picks it up, and Eva Collins offers her support. Kate Moore back to Eva Collins again, on to Kate Moore. Super football coming from Moyle Rovers. Moore gets the shot in, but it's another wide.
Just looking at there, Emma Croman seems to be taking up position. Or was it Michelle that was taking up position on Eva O'Shea, and she seems to be getting better there the last couple of balls were in.
Emma Cronin has gone and picked her up now. I suppose, look, they're putting Eva O'Shea in around the full forward line to try and get a ball into her.
No point in having her in there if the ball doesn't go in, but they need to get it in there.
And Eva Dolan got a hand onto it, and it's picked up. Sarah Luttrell has stormed into this game. Mia Cahalan. Hazel Brennan couldn't take it, and it's picked up by Nicole Shelley. And the referee's going to bring it back for a free. Molly Walsh goes short to Brina McAleer. McAleer going left and right. Orla Burke staying with
needs
her.
to find somebody.
And it's a free out.
Quick, move it!
There's a sub come in for Mullinahone there as well. There's a couple of subs.
Out here, that's it. That's it.
Leona Gahan is in, and Katie Egan is getting ready to come in as well. Eddie McCormick turns back to Mia Cahalan. Cahalan trying to go around Nicole Shelley. Eva Collins down towards Kate Moore. Oh, super take. Moore, a little 1-2 with Laura Grace. Give it inside to Eva Dolan. Dolan trying to get inside Molly Walsh. It's a free in. A free in for Moyle Rovers. As Katie Egan comes on the field for Mullinahone. And it's Brina McAleer that's coming off.
Taken off the ground.
And Dolan drags it. And
That's another one that's gone on ice now.
Paul, that's 4 frees in total that they've missed. And look, as I said, there's 4 frees in total that they've missed, and they're really keeping Mullinahone in this game, as Denise Gall is coming over looking for a bit of treatment, and it looks like she's not going to be able to continue. It's Holly McGowan that's coming on.
Don't think we've seen the last of Denise Gall, but they're trying to do something with her there at the moment.
Kick out, Laura Grace knocked it up forward. Aideen McCormick. Roisin McGrath taking on Jasmine Crowe. She'll cut in. And it's another wide. And Paul, it's one of them games you kind of feel that Mullinahone could get one chance.
But that's all they take is one chance. Like, Moyle Rovers need to get that. I won't say it's an insurance score this early, but they need to get that score just to get those 2 scores away.
There hasn't been a score in a while now. It's 11 points to 8.
I don't think Denise Gall will be seen any more of this field.
Rachel O'Mara. Fouled by Mia Cahalan, and I think the referee's going to talk to Mia Cahalan. The tackle was around the neck.
All the players are playing on, but I think David Gogan must have a word.
In fairness, like, it was the same as the one earlier on, where the player actually dived in and tried to get away from the tackle, and Cahalan This could be a yellow card, and this could have a huge
decision to make
bearing.
here. We're all waiting on David Grogan to see what happens. I think she's gone off anyway, yeah.
To Mia Cahalane. And
Mia Callahan will probably see no more of this game now. Shelley has the ball, gives it out wide.
There's 2.5 a normal to go. Michaela Keneally onto Aoife O'Brien. O'Brien into Eva O'Shea. Holly McGowan. McGowan kicks it in, and that's going to trickle wide. Van Duffy is coming on, and Kate Moore is coming off, and I think it's more or less a case of what we have we hold, because Duffy is coming back into the back line, and Roisin McGrath has been pushed up into the full forward line, isolating her inside, and Lauren Dowling has followed it.
I think it's a case of leaving Roisin McGrath up there in the row now, when everybody else is defending. Possession is key. That's what all Moyle Rovers need to do now, is possession.
Emma Cronin, super ball, over to Burke. Burke driving forward, she has options left and right. Giving it into Aileen McCormick. Oh, there's a chance here. Laura Grace, it's gone into the net. Laura Grace with the goal. And
What a great score by Laura Grace. Was well
it all
worked up the
started
field.
from the kick out down the far end, and Moyle Rovers just worked it up, and eventually Laura Grace made a run inside, and it's 111 to 8 points.
That could be the defiant score now. But you're probably looking at another 3 minutes left. And that's
Work it back. Quick, work it back.
You would have thought Moyle Rovers had the extra girl, the way that ball was worked up the field, the space was everywhere, so it was.
And Lauren Moore is coming on for Lucy White for Mullinahone, another player making her debut today, only 15 years of age.
Don't get sucked up, man. Stay, yeah? Come on, Laura.
Grania Horn, can Mullinahone respond?
Let's go. Come on.
Molly Walsh been held up.
Moyle Rovers are putting that wall in front of them.
Michaela
Hard to
Keneally,
break this down.
Nicole Shelley puts the head down and goes, gets inside again, but it's turned over again, and it's that girl again, Dara O'Brien. O'Brien has been super.
All this space for Mullinahone again, or Moyle Rovers.
And Emma Dolan taking on Grania Horn, wins the free at a vital stage, gives the fist pump.
That's all Moyle Rovers wanted, just get that free in the right area.
Oh, she takes it
Into
quickly
Roisin
inside. Oh, super tape by Lauren Dowling though. Dowling has really quietened. She's really quietened Roisin McGrath in the second half. He's going to talk
David
to
Grogan has the decision again. I think he's only
Aileen
taking this
McCall.
time. Probably we're in injury time as it is now, so it's all in David Grogan's hands. Just on the basis of the game today, Moyle Rovers seem to have worked that field an awful lot better than Mullinahone did today. They seem to find players where Mullinahone just couldn't find the runners off the ball. Denise Gall was dictating in the first half, wasn't allowed the
there's
second half.
another yellow card, and it's Roisin McGrath this time. So Mullinahone are going to finish this game with 13 players.
I don't think Moyle Rovers worry about getting yellow cards as long as that ball's up at that end of the field at the moment.
Lauren Dowling, can Mullinahone get a chance? Lauren Moore to Rachel O'Mara. O'Mara manages to keep possession. Eva Brett goes over the far side towards Katie Egan.
Don't think she'll
Egan's
make
not going
it.
to keep that ball in play.
It's a case for Moyle Rovers now to have everybody behind that ball and just break it. Break up the play. You have possession of the ball, it's a key thing in a game like today.
The kick goes long. Ellie Franklin tried to get to it. Van Duffy, and Nicole Shelley. Shelley going forward. Looking for players. I went to the wrong side. And Michelle Cronin is there in the corner. And that girl, Dara O'Brien again, she's been absolutely superb. She might have 17 in her back. She wasn't due to start originally, but by God, has she made a difference. And Lauren Moore is fouled going through.
Well, the Rovers need to get them back on the line now. They've another choice only to drop this in, I think, Tomas. No point going for points.
Eva Shea goes short to Lauren Dowling. Dowling puts it in. And Rebecca Ashton done well, because that ball was going into the roof of the net and she just flicked it over the bar. It's 1-11-9, but Paul, that's the first score in a long time, because it was 8 points apiece before Moyle Rovers got that 1-3 without reply.
Yeah, Mullinahone, when they came out in the second half, they just did. That's
it,
game
it's
over.
all over. And Moyle Rovers have won out on a scoreline of 1-11-9 points. That puts them on 4 points along with Mullinahone, but they've a game to spare. Mullinahone have their 4 games played, and obviously it's going to head-to-head, Paul, so it means Moyle Rovers are going to be contesting the Tipperary Senior Football County Championship. So,
and on the basis of play after today's game, you could say probably the correct team won. Like, Mullinahone started the game better, and Moyle Rovers went into the second half, and there was only a few points in it at half time. But when they came out in the second half, Mullinahone got their first 3 points. But after the first 5 minutes, Moyle Rovers just dictated the whole game. They were able to move around. Daria O'Brien in the second half, I must give her a special mention. She was absolutely exceptional. When you go forward with a left foot of a wand of Roisin McGrath up there, it was great to see it. And this is with Eva Wall, and I think they had another girl that went off.
Gillian O'Brien went off injured as well.
Moyle Rovers will be hard to beat in this championship, so they will.
Yeah, of course they're league champions, but look, it'll be remiss of us not to mention Mullinahone are after having 3 great years, between winning a junior and an intermediate, not only in the county and Munster, and 2-time beating All-Ireland finalists. So look, credit to them. Like, today's not today, but they are after giving a couple of great years to the club there. And look, as we said as well, Dara O'Brien, look, she was absolutely phenomenal. Probably the player of the match. Like, Roisin McGrath had a great game in the first half, but she was quieting to a certain degree. But as we said, that it was nip and tuck there for a long time in the second half, and when Mullinahone got them 3 points to go and get back into the game at 8 points apiece, it looked like they were going to kick on. But in fairness to Moyle Rovers, they came back, scored the next 3 points, and that late goal by Laura Grace then to set the seal on it. And like, obviously they have Templemore left to play and they could finish on 6 points, but even finishing on 6 points, if Feathered were beaten, they'd still finish second in the group. So you're looking at Moyle Rovers playing the winners of Group 2, which another group that's up in the air at the moment, that any team can come out of it. So, but it's, as we said, it's after been a great game of football, and Moyle Rovers advance and they play in this year's county semi-final. But that's about all from us in Monroe here this afternoon. As I said, we're not finished with the Tipperary ladies football at all today. The intermediate round 3 will be played at 6:30 in Cappaway. Cappaway versus McCarthy Burris. The winner of that will play Ardfinnan in the county semi-final. So we're going to let you go here, and thanks for all being with us, and hopefully we'll talk to you all again later on in Cappaway.